Hey, so this is going to be a quick shave, but I'm going to announce some stuff about August giveaway number 2. It's got 3 phases, and actually the first phase involves Keith, Neil, and Robert. I've already messaged you guys independently, but anyway, special draw for you guys because you kind of got cheated out of giveaway number 1 because of my ineptness and YouTube sending stuff to the spam bin. But this shave needs to be quick. I've had a shower. I put on some of my Simple Blue, like oil-based pre-shave. And I'm using this Redken Brews latherless cream. And this is going to be kind of a different kind of shave. So I'm going to use my Henson AL13 Mild version 2. So it's the one released this year. And this is now the second time I'm using this Voskhod blade, right? So let me just get started and then I'll explain some stuff in a minute. All right, so two strokes, or 2 passes in one. So by now, you might be seeing why I'm using a latherless cream, a pre-shave oil with a latherless cream for this. Essentially, it means I don't have to waste time rinsing a bunch of stuff off the head. Now, it's important to note that at this point, I only have about 18 hours of growth on my, of beard growth. I don't know when I thought of this. Well, I actually filmed a shave like this once, but it was one of my silent shaves that I would have to have narrated. And I just hit upon that thought as I was starting to do that shave. Or this thought, I mean. Okay, I didn't do the strip down here, so. All right, so the Henson made that possible because it's incredibly smooth. And then putting the Voskhod blade on top of that just made it smoother. Now my face, having put some more warm water on, is ready for a little bit more of this cream. I'm just putting on a touch. Now I'm going to do mostly against the grain. Maybe there are other razors, in my collection that could do this, but I would not feel confident with them. Not the way I do with this. And I'm not really going for BBS here. The point of this shave is to get as clean as possible, as quickly as possible. And in reality, in a pinch, I probably could have just done, I probably would have been fine with that first double to pass. Okay, I think smooth everywhere. Let me just check close details there. This right here, to me, shows the true value of my Henson. Because, realistically, I could use a much more aggressive razor. I know that. At this point, I can. My technique has developed to a point where I can use, you know, more aggressive razors regularly. But not necessarily like that. Okay, so there's very little cleanup here. Because the alum does good stuff on my face, I'll do that quickly. Now, as the alum is passing over my face, I can hear little bits, you know, where it's going up against whiskers, but you know what? For the most part, I think I look pretty clean here. Anyway, so before I get into the giveaway stuff, I want to tell you about this. So I kind of had an epiphany this morning. It was as I was waking up from a dream. And I was holding a baby, but the baby was an old man. I know the baby was an old man because the baby had stubble, right? And was wearing thick glasses. But looked like a baby. And I'll tell you what the baby said to me. It will only make context. It will only make sense within the context of the dream that came before it. But the baby, I was carrying the baby. The baby's head accidentally bumped against something and it started crying. And I started trying to comfort it. And it turned to me and it said, "You held her feet to the fire. She stayed behind to take care of things. And then yesterday we had to take her away." I don't know exactly what that, well, I know in the context of the story what it means. But I woke up and I was like, holy crap. And the way it tied into my life, I'm still kind of having this epiphany right now, but and it ties into the Simplexity idea, right? It's like all these complex things in my life, they seem to have complex causes. But underneath all those complex causes is one big simple thing. And this is how I interpreted what the baby said to me. I don't care about anything the way I should as an adult. I still am fundamentally a kid with that level of selfishness. And I don't mean a Ayn Rand rational self-interest selfishness. I mean like my puppy downstairs only wanting to play, and that's all it's interested in. And nothing else you can do will interest the puppy in anything else. I seem to really only care deeply about things that affect me in the moment or will affect my future. I don't know. I think I'm getting too deep here. And, you know, I don't want to make this uncomfortable for anybody, but I need to care more. So when I think about the Simplexity idea, think about my life as a pond. And all the little things that are happening make ripples. And those ripples spread out and collide and make complex interference patterns that just makes the pond look super complex. But at the core of all that is the nature of the pond itself. And if I change the nature of the pond and the fluid that's in the pond, well, there's two ways I can affect everything else. One is to make a huge ripple in the middle that just drowns out all the other little ripples. That would be almost like an epiphany, a rebirth. It's like, holy crap, I can solve everything by just addressing this one. All this complexity can be addressed. Maybe not immediately, but for the long term, I can reduce all this complexity by taking care of one big thing, right? Or making one big act. Well, that's just temporary. But the real problem has to be taken care of by changing the nature of the pond. I need to do something to change the nature of myself. And it's very simple. It's just one thing. It's going to be complex to do, I think. I don't know. It's simple and complex. And that's the crazy thing about life. And it's complexity arises from simplicity. And the solutions can be simple but have complex effects. I don't know. Anyway, this is taking forever. I need to finish up. And this is already going on for 11 minutes. So anyway, all right. So let's put all that aside for a moment. I'm going to continue to think about this. If any of what I've just said, made any sense to you, and you want to talk about it more, send me an email. My email is in my About section on the channel, or comment on it here, or hit me up on Facebook or something. All right, so whatever. I need to continue to explore this idea. Maybe some of you want to do that. I need to make a big change in my life. I need to change the nature of the pond so it's not so many freaking ripples. That just interact and makes everything more complex than I can deal with. So anyway, on to the giveaways. August giveaway number 2, part A, is a draw with 3 people who got screwed out of giveaway number 1 because YouTube sent their comments to the spam bin, all right? So that's Neil, Keith, and Robert, all right? So 1 in 3 chance of winning $25 gift certificate to whatever online store you want. Okay. Part B is I'm running it through ShaveDad, the ShaveDad group on Facebook. So it's another reason to go join ShaveDad, because that giveaway and draw will be conducted using the Facebook comments on the thread that's pinned to the top of the group. So, if you're on Facebook, or if you feel like joining Facebook and joining that group, like I said yesterday, ShaveDad's a great group. Jerry's done a lot to get he's done a lot to get all kinds of discounts and giveaways and deals, and it's just a cool group, so I highly recommend it. All right, so that's also for a $25 US to the online shaving vendor of your choice, if you win. But like I said, that draw will be held on using the Facebook thread. And then now part C is on this video. Comment on this video using not a hashtag, but just the word FIXIT, FIXIT, fix it, and then leave a sentence or two after that. So all caps, FIXIT, and then a sentence or two. And then on September 6th, all 3 draws will be done. September 6th being basically the 3rd month anniversary of me starting this channel and celebrating more than 200 subscribers and just how much I get out of this group. But like I joked around the other day saying that this is a shave channel, but that's what I say it is. It's actually a form of self-therapy. I think that might actually be true. I don't know, but yeah. So hopefully you got all of that. Go back and review the video a couple minutes before this to get all the details, And then if you have any questions, ask me in the comments. And thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And the 5 rules of shaving. How to make 5 rules of life. How can I convert these directly? Anyways, it's 1 blade, no pressure, quality lather, deft hand, be smart. This is the way. You know, just a couple words change and that could be 5 rules for life. Anyway, thank you very much with my self-therapy, for helping me with my self-therapy. And yeah, please enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you very much. I've said that like 3 times now, but anyway, bye.